Hi, guys. Thanks for having me back. I'm glad to be back. Still not 100%, but I'm getting there.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely. I'm still plagued with some headaches, but it is what it is. It'll be fine. So I'll see the doctor tomorrow. Or on Monday, and he'll likely give me a shot of something, and that'll take care of the residual headache that I've had for the last, how many days?
Almost 16.
16 days. Ugh. Don't recommend it. Headache for 16 days. I do not recommend it. But I do have some catching up to do today. One of the things I wanted to talk to you about was Happy Mail. I have gotten so much Happy Mail in the last few weeks, and it's so sweet. I've gotten little notes and little cards from some of you wishing me well, which was so sweet. And you got me in the soft spot. And of course, there's so many notes and messages and emails and whatnot. You guys were just amazing. I'm fine. I had a bout of the shingles. And because I'm already immune compromised to a certain degree, it just played hell with me this time around. So nasty headaches and fever and, pick a symptom. And I had it this time around. So, but overall, I can't really complain. I have a lingering residual headache that is getting better every day, but I'm going to be just fine. I did, however, get a couple of things that I do have to send out my thanks for. One was this. I thought this was, one, hilarious, and two, it was so sweet. I got some Gray Matters palette. I have been trying to find some. It's my favorite palette, and it is not that easy to find. Some of those shops in Canada just have been out of it for the longest time. And I went to the door one day, and the Amazon delivery guy dropped off an envelope, and I opened it up, and I was rather puzzled because I thought, well, I ordered some, but it wasn't available. And then I realized there was a note inside it from Edward Hensley that he said, I knew that you've been looking for some, though I thought I'd send you some. So Edward, that was so sweet. Thank you so much. So now I'm happy. I have my Gray Matters palette. So, and apparently now they're available on Amazon. So, so thank you, Edward. That was so sweet of you to think of me. And then Linda Safranco and her wonderful mom, Mary. I got the sweetest little card from them as well, wishing me well.
It's got cardinals on it.
Like, it's so pretty. Isn't that a pretty card?
It is.
It's gorgeous. And then the other day I went to the mailbox and I got this was in the mail.
Ooh, can't really see it.
I can't really see. It's a shame. It is a handmade little Easter bunny, and it's beautifully embroidered, little ribbon roses embroidered in it. And this was from my friend Sheila Landry. It was just darling and a much needed little boost to my my mood. It was so sweet. Little get well note inside of it. It was just,
Sheila
just got
Dot
me.
tried to eat it.
Dot tried to eat it. I wouldn't. She wanted the bunny. I wouldn't give it to her. So thank you, Sheila, for that. And which brings me to our shout out of the day. This time around of the week. Yes. This time around, it is Sheila Landry and tollpaintingdesigns.com. I spend entirely too much time surfing the net in the last couple of weeks, and Sheila's got a bunch of really amazing new designs up there. She's got this little village pattern that is just beautiful. It's gorgeous little cutout and the beautiful painting instructions to go with it. And I got to tell you, Sheila's patterns, if you think mine are loaded with information, you should see Sheila's. Sheila outdoes herself in so many different ways, and that is not limited to just her needlework and her paintwork and her drawing. And the most incredible teddy bear she posted this week that she did with chalk pastels.
Nice.
So if you're looking for some truly unique and really great quality surfaces, go and check out tollpaintingdesigns.com. That is our shout out for this week.
A lot of people are happy to see that you're back.
I am happy to see me back. I don't like being sick. couple of cool things. Something else I got in Happy Mail in this past week were these. These are all new collage stencils available from Cupboard Distributing.
Ooh, why do you have those?
Why do I have those, you ask? That was not a very subtle segue.
I'm not one for subtlety.
No, believe me, I know. These are fantastic. I saw these on Cupboard Distributing's website.
Wink, wink,
Again,
nudge, nudge.
I spend far too much time on the net in the last couple of weeks, which is evidenced by the number of parcels Amazon delivered this week. Yeah, your father. Luckily, it was mostly for your father, so he didn't have too much to say about it.
Hey, the old man's got a birthday coming up.
Yeah, he does. So these stencils from Cupboard Distributing are awesome. I just loved these. So much, in fact, that I was talking to Lindsay at Cupboard Distributing, and one of the biggest problems Canadian painters have is getting supplies, and it is so expensive these days to bring supplies across the border. To order them from websites and whatnot in one-ofs. The shipping costs are horrendous. So I spoke with Lindsay about this, and we're going to be carrying some of Cupboard Distributing stencils on my website. Mainly because, one, I love these, and two, I figure if I did that, then our Canadian painters will be able to get their hands on them quite easily. So in the next couple of weeks, we are going to be stocking these fabulous collage stencils. I've already been playing with them. They're amazing.
Sheila already. I hope you will carry them.
I will be carrying them.
Yes.
Yes, our order is already in. So
that is the big news.
that's the big news. I was so excited about that because see,
Wow, Sheila, that's a lot of exclamation marks.
I fell in love with this one because it's got the cancellation stamp in the corner.
Nice.
I'm a little obsessed with cancellation stamps. So that
Jeez,
is it. Oh, and we have some new stencils coming this week. I've got some beautiful knit pattern. So if you're doing snowmen or anything, with little sweaters on it and whatnot, you'll be able to get a stencil with that knit pattern in it. So I'm kind of excited about that.
This chat is going nuts. Hey, Jessica's here. Yay.
Forgive me. I keep rubbing my head. It's because of this stupid headache. So I'm trying to stay hydrated and avoid not feeling worse. So we're going to play with this piece that we were supposed to do, almost 3 weeks ago. Wow. This one here, this is kind words. Now, the full saying is kind words are like honey to the soul. I really like that expression. I think it's very appropriate. And I thought that this would be a lot of fun to paint. But I have to tell you, if Renee flipped the camera down, I'm going to tell you a couple of things about this piece.
Okay.
This one, I really like this. I wanted to use my new honeycomb stencil, that background stencil in it. And I'm kind of obsessed with bees. You guys have figured that one out already.
Are you talking about your design struggle with this thing?
Oh my God. Struggle? Yeah. Mein Kampf. Let's call it that.
Careful.
That
could get us canceled.
This is the design that I ended up settling on. But this is the original one. And I really liked it, except once I got it painted, I did not like it. It was very crowded. Once it had all of the design elements in that I wanted, it was crowded. There was a number of things about this, even though there's not a huge difference between these two. When you look at it, I found that it was just a little too clogged up, and it didn't have an openness that I was looking for, and it didn't have the depth that I was looking for, and it just didn't work for me. So I had to make a few small adjustments to it. I changed out and removed some of the lettering because I found it took up too much room. And then I raised the honey pot just by a little, but by about half an inch. I just moved it up slightly, switched over the lettering to this simple little tag for part of it, and then this way you could read the word honey quite clearly, so it didn't get lost in the overall design element. And then I found that this top spot here just didn't have something, it needed something, and so I just went with a simple little bit of greenery in there. And to me, it made a huge difference in how the design came together. I'm trying to find here it is. So I've got a coat of red over top of this right now. I think you should be able to see. I just found that this overall design did not work very well for what I was trying to accomplish. So that is my reasoning behind making the changes that I did. So just so that you can see the difference between the two designs. Not everything that you design is going to work. And sometimes you have to literally sit back and critique your own work aggressively to make sure that the design works well.
That was an understatement.
So, and I've told you guys this before, that when I'm designing things, I tear them apart. Sometimes I paint them 3 and 4 and 5 times before I finally get to where I want to be. In this case, it only took twice.
Oh, Edward just hopped in.
Oh, did he? Hi, yes. Edward. We were talking about you. Were your ears burning?
As you can see, the Gray Matters palette.
The Gray Matters palette is out there. I just want to let everybody know that
Amazon
that I had received it, and that Amazon has them now. Thanks to Edward letting me know that. So that is how I went from this one to this. That not every time you pull something together, it works perfectly. Now, when you look at these two side by side, there's not a huge amount of difference. But when you paint them with all of the things that I wanted to incorporate, with the textures in the background, the pattern in the background, and all the pattern on the pot, by the time I got it all on this one, it was just very cluttered, very busy, and very overworked. And I did not like this design. So I decided to rework it. All of the elements worked for me, but I needed to rearrange them slightly. So hence the reason I went to this one. And this one worked out quite well. So this one is busy, yes, but it is not cluttered. It doesn't feel cluttered when you look at it.
So they're asking that you don't overdo it for them today. If you have to do a part 1 and a part 2, they won't mind. They want you to feel better.
Yeah. But I have missed you guys, and I have seriously missed painting. I have not picked up a brush for much.
You did, however, pick up your pencils.
I did. I did pick up my pencils. I started working on a new piece.
Oh, you're going to show them?
Yeah, I'll show them.
You're going to show them?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I like doing it in stages. They get to see things as they progress.
Yeah, true. You haven't even posted that on Facebook yet.
No, I haven't. I haven't even been on Facebook that much. I'm trying to find...
She doesn't realize the microphone's not that good. So I'm having a conversation with her, and you're not hearing her side.
Yeah, I'm over on the other side of the room. I started working on a tutorial by Sandrine Curtis. She does a lot of wildlife.
Oh, here it comes.
And I have been really excited about working on black, because it's not an easy color to work over with colored pencil. And so this is an owl piece that I'm working on. It's a study in the texture of feathers and in the eyes. And she has some beautiful techniques for working over top of black. And so this is what I've challenged myself to do. This has taken me the better part of a week, because I'm really not up to painting or working for very long periods of time. So this is my challenge to myself for the next little while, is working on this piece. And if you want to check her out, you can find her work and some of her tutorials on Ann Kullberg untitled.com. I really like Ann Culbert's website because she has such a huge variety of artists and tutorials. And there's video classes and there's a variety of things that you can do from there. And her pricing is very reasonable. So
a lot of wows.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about this piece, and this technique was completely new to me. So I really was excited about trying this for the first time, but then I kind of got carried away. Had to put some color in it. So this is what you guys are going to be seeing from me in the next little bit.
She's really enjoying it.
I am enjoying it. I'm just working on it in very small increments.
There was tornadoes in Louisiana.
Yeah. Just outside of...
Hopefully Linda's doing good.
Yes, Miss Linda is doing just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. She posted herself safe
This
shortly
chat's
after.
moving so quick I can't read the names. Because I'm getting both feeds, right? I'm getting YouTube and Facebook. So
Oh my.
so I have a hard time keeping up.
So this is the one that we're going to work on today. I'm excited about this one because I think this one is a really fun one. I like doing this type of background too, where it's layered. And so we're going to start with this this darker value in here. And this kind of throws people. So we're going to start with a base coat. This one is Country Red. I've got 2 coats on here. And we're going to start with a stencil. It's this one. This is a new one.
They're asking me to spin the wheel already?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
We do have a special giveaway today.
Ooh. 1, 2, 3.
We have a total of 4 because we have a brush case with a set of faux squirrel brushes to give away today too.
A full set?
Well, not a full set, but there's like 8 brushes in the set.
8 brush set.
Yep, 8 brush set plus the carry case for it.
Nice.
So we have that, and then we have 3 giveaways.
There's some stamps from
Stampendous. And some very cool, the latest trend that I'm seeing is all of these tiered trays where they decorate the various levels of the tray to a theme. Anyway, Southern Ridge Trading has some really, really cute pieces for decorating those trays. And so there is one in each of those giveaways. And then there's the Stampendous stamp, plus there's some other goodies in there too. So just so you know, you can get the wheel ready. I think they're anxious. They missed having their
we haven't even started. I haven't even opened up the wheel and started gathering names.
I haven't even got paint in my palette yet. I've been talking so much.
There we go. We got paint on the palette now.
I got paint on the palette. I'm going to start with this background. I'm using one of my scruffier stencil brushes because I want this nice and soft. For this, we want that brush almost dry. We don't want to have a ton of paint in it. We want it almost dry. And we're only going to do a very little bit of this honeycomb. We're going to have some of them incomplete. It's going to be very soft.
Oh, Karen's got Jackson.
My God, that little guy has grown like a weed.
Yeah.
My girl Karen is the grandma to little Jackson. He is so stinking cute. What gets me is that and this I found really funny. I have known Karen since Jackson's father was Jackson's age.
Yep.
Yeah. So we've known each other over 30 years. Over 30 years. Wow. My girl Karen. And she messaged me the other day. Said she was worried about me. It's so nice to be worried about.
I worry about you every day.
I know. Yeah, same goes, sunshine. Same goes. So it's a very dry brush. You don't have a ton of color on it. The idea is just to create a little bit of pattern back there. And then just realign it. I'm only coming about midway, a little better than halfway. Because the honey pot's going to hide most of this anyway. So I just want to have a little of that pattern showing.
So you've known Karen for a day or two?
A day or two, yes.
Yeah, a day or two.
Yeah.
You guys met in Germany, right?
No, we met here.
In Fredericton?
Yep. You were about 18 months old.
Huh.
And Devin was just a little older.
Right.
We flew to Germany together. Literally. Quite literally. We were on
Both families got posted at the same time?
Yep.
Wow.
Well, it was funny because we got posted first and then Karen got posted. She was like, oh, guess what? And then we both had like 2 weeks to get ready to go.
Oh, Crystal Hendricks became a grandma on St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, and that baby is beautiful.
Oh, you saw pictures?
I saw pictures, yes. That baby is beautiful. She was a very proud grandma. Alrighty. So now I'm going to make a high-tech applicator.
Oh, Faye Reed received her palette.
Oh, finally. That took forever and a day. Jeez, I could have walked it down there faster than that. Faye just lives like not even 2 hours from here.
Yeah, we could have drove it to you. But no.
Because we mailed it. It came back with insufficient postage. How that happened, I have no idea.
And then we sent it out again.
Then we sent it out again, and it took how long? Over a week to get there?
Yeah.
Jeez. Like I said, I could have walked it there faster. So I'm going to use my high-tech applicator, and we're going to age this a little bit. You notice I didn't worry too much about that. I'm going to pick up a little bit of soft black. I love this color, especially over red. And I'm going to age the edges of my piece.
Everybody's having grandbabies. Don Lavelle's got some grandbaby.
I'll tell you.
From 8 days ago.
That's what happens when you tell everybody they can't go to work and they have to stay home.
They make babies.
They make babies.
And for us Canadians, that's how we stay warm.
Yeah. Not this year.
Not this year.
I don't think
It was a very mild
It was a very mild winter here. I don't think it got all that cold. Maybe back early January. We had a couple of days where it was nippy, but for the most part, it didn't get that cold. So I'm just going around the edge and into those bottom corners because I like those corners to be nice and dark. Now, you can float this in if you're more comfortable doing it that way. It's not going to matter. And we're not looking for perfection here by any stretch of the imagination.
Or get puppies, yes.
Or get puppies.
Yeah.
Miss Deb got her puppy this last week. Miss Daisy.
Miss
She's
Daisy.
stinking cute.
Little Yorkie. She's a cute little Yorkie.
Yeah, she is adorable.
She's going to go get groomed. Get rid of that show cut.
She'd be very pretty. She's cute little
a teddy bear cut. What was it?
Yeah, I think that's what Deb said she was going to get. Yeah, cute, cute, cute.
And she's what, 5 months old?
No, I think she's 6.
6?
Yeah.
Cute little puppy.
Oh, she's adorable.
Hasn't even had her a week.
Yeah.
You mailed out 3 different packages to me on different days, and I got them all on the same day.
Yeah.
Well then.
I know it's anybody's guess what the postal services are going to do.
It's a roll of the dice.
Well, that's the pretty term for it. I just call it a crapshoot. Come on, 7s. I'm gonna
Keep
try
losing
this
the
real
text
quick.
when I hit enter. Oh, because when you... Oh, I don't know.
So I like this. Like I said, I like it pretty dark in those corners and along the upside edge. I like to leave this center area nice and light. Simply because I want that to be where the eye pulls. And I think as dark as I want to be. There we go.
Patrick says, I painted your Christmas cookies with Bob last week and offered it to a colleague. She loved it.
Oh, nice.
Deb's got good taste.
Yep. So we have a nice glow in the center so that when you transfer your line drawings on, that honey pot is going to be right there and all this glow is going to be in behind it. So it's going to give it a nice contrast. So through the magic of television.
Wow,
this is what I mean.
And it's done.
Snap my fingers and it's done. I wish it was that simple. So I have, I traced on my line drawing. I like to use the white graphite because I find it disappears easier. It's easier to get rid of. And it gives me nice contrast and it also lets me see the background nicely. So to base coat this, obviously it's black, lamp black. I put a coat of white gesso down on the opposing stripes here because we're using a sunny day. And over top of this dark red, it takes too many coats to get it to nicely opaque. So, and I find that the red affects the yellow. So I like putting that little bit of white gesso down. I also did the same thing for the flower because we're going to base coat that yellow as well. And then the tag has got 2 coats of warm white. And the background the bumblebees, I did the same thing. I put gesso on the wings and on the belly before I put any of the color on. So we have everything base coated. So the first thing we're going to tackle is putting some texture design into those yellow stripes.
Her ears were burning.
Whose ears? Karen's?
No.
Or Deb's?
Deb's.
Hi, Deb.
Because she just popped in.
Oh. And she's wondering, why were my ears burning?
Exactly. We were talking about your new puppy.
We were talking about Daisy.
Yeah.
What a sweet name. She's just the cutest little thing.
I can't wait to see a picture of her with the teddy bear cut.
Yeah. I think she's going to be adorable.
And it's a good choice. Teddy bear cut is good for your Yorkies. You don't want to have to deal with mats. Mats. Especially on a young pup. Because they can hurt. Miss Daisy says hi.
Miss Daisy says hi.
And Miss Dot says hi.
Miss Dot's been a bit of a character the last couple of days.
She's been gassy today. Scared herself.
Poor puppy. So I've got the smallest honeycomb stencil. This little one here is what we're going to do these stripes with. And I'm using saffron yellow. And I'm just going to lightly stencil that. I'm going to try not to get yellow all over everything, but the rate I'm going in the last couple of weeks, it's anybody's guess.
Warm white on the tag, not gesso?
I used a little bit of gesso just to fill it in, but warm white will do the trick nicely.
Either or.
Either or. Yeah, if you don't have gesso handy, then by all means use warm white. So the nice part is that if I happen to get saffron yellow all over the black, I can just cover it up. So
Miss Daisy's got way too much hair.
yeah, long hair. She's so cute though.
She was groomed for show.
Yep. So that little honeycomb stencil does not have to be perfect. It's just creating a little pattern on those stripes. That's all it's there for. And I like saffron yellow. It's my favorite.
I can't remember the name of the product. I was going to suggest it for Deb.
Oh.
It's it's like a disposable wipe.
Oh, she's got every wipe known to God and man.
For, I guess you could call them tear stains.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Westies have that problem. You end up with big brown splotches underneath the eyes. And
Yeah.
it's a wet wipe for getting rid of that staining.
So
Because
to me,
Yorkies happen too.
to me, that little bit of a pattern in there, it just carries the theme of this piece. That's all it really does. And it's super simple. So there's 2 stencils that we used in this one. Is this honeycomb stencil, this honeycomb background. I really like this one. It's a 1-inch honeycomb. And then we have this one. And both of these are on the website. And there is a secret coupon code on the website.
Oh.
Well, funny, it's a secret coupon code. I told them about the secret coupon code, and nobody has been using the secret coupon code.
Use the secret coupon code. Use it. Find it. Use it.
Find it and use it. It is on the website. In fact, it's right on the homepage. It's not hard to find. It's pretty simple. So, there I've got my honeycomb on there. Now I'm going to pour a little bit of lamp black. And I'm going to grab my 1-inch. Couple of spots I need to clean up. So I'm just going to use, going to use my lamp black just to crisp up some edges and hide little spots where I went over. I didn't do too badly. I have done worse. There we go. A little bit of lamp black fixes everything. Super fun.
They're still saying don't overdo it for them. You guys don't know my mother. She will overdo it every day. All day.
I just realized I forgot there is another stencil we used in there.
Oh, is there?
I'm telling you, the lights are not on today.
Polka dots.
Polka dots.
Polka dots.
Polka dot. I love my polka dots. And these ones are in white.
Oh, yeah.
What?
That's next week, too.
Yes. Our group class. It's on Tuesday.
It's on Tuesday. Oh, joy.
Need some warm white here.
Do you need another bottle?
No, I just needed to get some warm white. It wouldn't come out of the bottle.
Huh. So Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah. You're not working, are you?
No.
Okay.
No, I am. Question. Which
Oops.
coupon code is the best discount in Canada?
Use your Canada discount code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use the Canada one.
Yeah. That one gives you the best discount. Somebody had asked the other day how come they couldn't use both coupon codes, because my website is not set up to do that.
Shut up.
So I'm just
Especially
using
the membership coupon code.
Yeah. Unless, because the Canada coupon code and the membership coupon code give you the same discount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like talking to a brick wall. What?
Oh, me.
No, Deb said that.
Oh.
I'm trying to get some context here.
Oh.
Don't know.
No, she says I'm like talking to a brick wall because I'm going to overdo it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Deb would know. Karen would
Take a
know.
break. Take a break. Take a break.
Not in my nature, I'm afraid.
Have you thought about doing a stencil covered in fleur de lis?
I had one.
Like a fleur de lis background?
Yeah, I had a fleur de lis background. Longest time. Not in a 6x6, though. I had it in an 8.5 by 11.
That might be an idea.
Yeah. So now I have polka dots on my little honey pot. I like this because they don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be uniform or nice bright white. They can just be fun. Now, that teapot, why do I want to call this a teapot?
It's a honey pot.
It's a honey pot. So, I am going to use some asphaltum.
No. Gasp. Shock.
So, I'm going to put a float of asphaltum.
Friends for life because we know too much.
That's true. They know where the bodies are buried.
An Eiffel Tower stencil? Question mark?
I have one of those too. In an 8.5 by 11.
I don't think you have any more of those.
No, but I can get them. You know what? I took a bunch of French language stencils off of my website because they weren't moving and because it had sort of trended out. And all of a sudden, it's trending again. Who knew? So I put a float of asphaltum right underneath that lip, the edge of the thing. And I'm going to put another one at the top edge, like so.
Renee Howard. I'm glad you're back. The casino's getting expensive.
What's getting expensive?
The casino.
Oh. Oh.
Well, duh. We always expect asphaltum. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose there's certain colors that, yeah, she's going to use that. So I'm going to put a float of asphaltum in behind this sunflower. Like so. And I'm going to go right over that label.
See if I can zoom in a little bit here. There we go.
I like this because it doesn't have to be neat and tidy.
As long as she doesn't move it around, we're good.
I'm going to try not to. I'm going to try. No promises.
When you call it honey pot, I have to laugh because we used to call the honey pot under the bed in the old days.
Oh, yeah. Chamber pot.
Chamber pot.
Honey pot.
Bedpan.
Well, when I was growing up, we used to refer to the machines that, like the tractor that used to pull the tank behind it to fertilize the fields.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we used to call that the honey wagon.
The honey wagon. Oh, okay. Keep Renee on his toes.
There's nothing sweet about that, let me tell you.
Ooh. Okay, now you're just you're bragging.
Who's that?
Kay Reynolds.
Oh.
You're gloating is what you're doing. Hi from sunny Texas.
Oh. Well, it wasn't so sunny last week from what I gather.
No, that's true. Sunny, warm Texas. Oh. Yeah.
Is that finally?
Is it gloating or?
So I'm going to put a nice little float of asphaltum all around the outside edge of this label. And I want to leave the center mostly white, just where the words are. I kind of like that. It doesn't have to be neat and tidy because then it kind of looks like old paper. And I'm going to do the same thing to the tag that's up here. Now, this piece actually, surprisingly, works up very quickly once everything is base coated. That's the part that takes the longest. And it's also the part that I like the least is doing all the base coating. I just want to get in and start
Detailing
and playing and doing all the fun stuff.
Make things look like things.
Yep, exactly. So I've got a float of asphaltum all the way around that. I've got a float all the way around the label here. And I used the asphaltum in the center of this sunflower.
A gazunder? Oh, because it goes under the bed?
A gazunder. Yeah. It goes under the bed.
Apparently that's what they call a chamber pot in the UK.
Yeah, a gazunder. Cute. I'm going to shade the center of this sunflower with a little bit of that lamp black. And I'm going to shade the center of it. Just a nice little C-shaped float in the middle, just to give it that little divot, that depth that we want.
Hi, Holly. Why? Is Google on this thing? No, there's no Google on that thing. I have to deal with Microsoft Edge. Ugh. Leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
He's muttering about his computer now. So
I'm on the wrong keyboard.
that's the problem. Laptop, you have the two mice side by each and one keyboard, one for the desktop. So I'm using Sunny Day to base coat the petals on this sunflower. And because I've put that gesso down, or warm white, I can get this flower, these petals, done in one coat.
Holy crap.
Just like so.
I have 172 names.
Nice. And that means that one of them is going to win one of those
Gonna
prizes.
win a stamp or...
Well, let's start with the stamp and surface set.
Oh, wait.
Ow.
Till there's a point in the... Well, you're just base coating right now, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. I gotta switch cameras.
He's so you guys can see the wheel. I'm just base coating this with yellow, so if he plays his cards right, I'll be done base coating by the time you're done doing a couple of drawings.
Couple?
Yeah.
I was just gonna do one.
Yeah, do a couple.
All right, we're doing first stamps.
So this first one is courtesy of Southern Ridge Trading and Stampenda Stamps.
Where'd my wheel go? I know you guys can see it.
And I should say also painting with Deb, because Deb is one of the distributors for Stampendas. Yeah. So if you're
That's
looking,
where you got these stamps from.
No, those ones came from Stampendas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Deb is Stampendas retailer, so she's got all kinds of Stampenda stamps on her website. So, and I think we still have a coupon code for that.
Oh, do we?
I think so.
No wires, no limits. World's best-selling wireless gaming gear.
What are you doing?
I was reading the ad.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'ma spin it. Let's see who it is. Who is it?
It's very tiny.
Robin R.
So Robin Richer.
Robin R.
Yep.
Where's my... I got 2 Sharpies right here. I think we've shipped stuff to Robin before.
We have.
Is it Robin Rouchet?
Richer, yes.
R-O, right?
Robin Richer.
There we go. There you go, Robin. We got you set up. The stamps.
So she's got some goodies coming her way. We've got a really nice Royal Langnickel brush carrier. And
Let's do 2.
And we've got
We'll do 2.
a nice little 8 brush set of Dynasty Faux Squirrel to go in there.
Okay. One more name, and then we'll do one a little bit later. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Jan. Just Jan. Okay.
I'm not sure who that is.
Jan.
Jan?
It's the name I either got from Facebook or YouTube. That's all the name is associated with. So.
Yeah, is Jan. So Jan, you're going to have to go to our to the website, to the front page, and down in the lower right-hand corner of the Facebook of the homepage. My brain is not functioning. Just click on that little speech bubble and send us a message with your last name and your shipping information so that we can get that parcel out to you.
I can't remember if it's Facebook or YouTube.
Either way, she's still got to go to the website and send us her shipping information. So,
oh, yeah, there she is. It is just Jan.
Yeah, okay.
YouTube. Wow, it's me. So cool.
So don't forget to send us your last name and your shipping information, Jan, so that we can pop that in the mail for you on Monday.
There we go. Congratulations, Jan.
And we
And
still
Robin.
have 2 more goodies to give away, so
We'll do those a little later.
we'll do those a little bit later on.
Okay. I got to minimize my wheel.
Now, when I'm base coating,
I haven't switched cameras yet.
I know.
Give me a second. There's Square Online for restaurants.
Okay.
That's one of the ads. Okay. All right. There we go.
So when I'm base coating things, you'll notice that I leave a space between everything. And I've had a lot of people ask me about that, and then they worry about whether or not, that's going to be hidden. I'm going to show you a little trick. Oh, pardon me. Good heavens.
Oh, Jan's a member.
Yes.
So, how long has she been a member? We could probably find that out. Wrong mouse.
Again. So I leave that little space because I hate retracing things. It's just, I like to say I'm a lazy painter because I really don't like tracing things, multiple times. So I have all of these lines, and they're fairly dark because you're seeing all of that background stuff showing through. So I'm going to dry that first coat, and then my second coat covers everything. But the second coat is not as heavy as the first. In fact, I thinned my paint out quite a bit. Because I've got gesso down, I've got pretty good coverage in one coat. But the second coat, I make sure that there's a fair amount of water in it. So it's just like a glaze. I'm going to pull that up to the camera so you can see. You can see all those dark lines in there. So that second coat is very thin paint. So it helps me get a nice uniform finish. It also lightens all of those dark lines that you see there. So I get a nice uniform finish, but I can still see where all of that separation is. So I don't have to retrace it, but it makes all of those lines kind of soften and disappear a little bit. But yet I still have them as a guide.
Let's see, Deb. Oh, there's Deb. Where's Jan? Jan.
He's looking for... Jan got her membership pin last month.
Oh, did she?
I think so. And if not, well then...
Not on the list. Oh, she's not on that page.
Yeah.
Derp. There she is. Fifth one down. 9 months.
9 months. So she's already gotten hers. And if she hasn't, then...
You should have gotten your pin.
Yeah, well, if she hasn't, then...
We gotta fix that.
Wrong. We'll fix that. So there we go. Sunflower. Base coated. And ready to go.
You made us all lazy painters by leaving a space. And here I thought you gave us energy.
Well, you know, the old method was to paint everything in and then trace the line drawing back on. And I hated doing that because it never came out accurate. It never gave you a good transfer. It was never perfect the way I wanted it. And I found that by doing this, it was much more accurate. And I ended up with a better finish in the long run. So to shade this sunflower, and I know I've painted a lot of sunflowers in the last little while. We did that little video on painting sunflowers. I'm using a little bit of orange flame, which is, I think, my favorite orange. And I'm using that as my shading color. So I'm going to go in and underneath all of those petals, divide all those petals with that shading color. I love this orange. And it's beautiful over yellows. And it's just such a great orange for sunflowers.
Peggy Anderson, been a member for 6 months.
Yes, Miss Peggy. She should be getting her pin very soon. If not, if she hasn't received it already. We mailed out a bunch more the other day.
I really wanted to stay and watch you today. I have to rewatch later. I have awful headache and need to lay down.
Well, I have to agree with you there. If you've got a headache, go and rest yourself. I have one, but resting doesn't seem to do anything for it. So
it seemed like every time she tried to relax, it made it worse.
Yeah. So it's just, I don't know if you know anything about shingles. I learned more about shingles in the last 3 weeks than I ever wanted to know.
What? Only 40 likes on YouTube. You guys lacking? Slacking?
Slacking. That seems a little bright. I love this orange. It just does wonderful things for sunflowers.
Oh no. On my screen it says 99. With only 102 people. So.
They're not slacking.
Oh, there we go. 100 people. And I know everybody on the Facebook side is definitely liking it because we're seeing their names pop up.
Oh.
And for some reason, YouTube doesn't allow us to do that. So.
So there, I've just about finished with the shading on this sunflower. I love this color on yellow. It's just so pretty. Sunflowers do not have to be absolutely perfect. In fact, they're more interesting if they're not. You know? Look at that. I love those little details that you put in with a float just curving, on a center vein. It just gives the flower more dimension and more shape. Now we need to deepen that shading a little bit. And guess what color we're going to do that with? Yep, asphaltum.
I see names on YouTube. I hope so.
There we go. So we're going to deepen the shading on this sunflower with a little float of asphaltum. I love asphaltum on this yellow. And it does wonderful things for that orange too. Look at that. And it really helps define these flowers quite nicely. It gives them lots of shape, lots of dimension. I love how it deepens that orange. Just gives it that nice earthy feeling. If you haven't got that orange flame and you want to get that same earthy tone, dip into your fluid acrylics if you've got some and dig out a color called Quinacridone Gold and try shading yellows with that. It is just gorgeous. It's just such a wonderful deep russet, and it's so transparent, and it's just beautiful on yellows. It's a great shading color for almost any yellow. Love it. I love, love, love it. So that little shading color in there, look at the difference that makes. So now we've got that nice bowl shape for that sunflower. Those petals are giving that nice little bowl, which I like. Doesn't look so static and stiff. You see some where they have these layers and overlapping layers of petals, and the flowers look very static. They look very stiff and almost flat. If you go into some of those rear petals and add a little center vein that curves away from the flower, it gives that a little bushier feeling because now some of the petals have changed directions. These ones are curving in towards the center and the ones towards the back are curving away. And so it gives the flower a little more texture and a little more depth.
Any other orange you can use?
Yes, actually, you can use spiced pumpkin. Looks wonderful on sunflowers. And so does bright orange. Bright orange looks fantastic. See if I can find it. Bright orange. And the reason I'm recommending these is because they're a little bit on the transparent side. And then when you go into that spiced pumpkin, it's not quite as transparent, but it has that nice, rich, warm heat. So it has a high yellow content in it. So these two here, they're just gorgeous.
They're wondering if you're using water to shade your colors today.
I am, because I can't find my jar of Joe Sonia.
It's around
somewhere.
It's around.
Well, I cleaned up, so
she can't find anything.
I can't find anything. So,
but I do have to say your desktop icons, much appreciated.
You're very welcome. Because you know I did that for you. Renee has this obsessive thing with the desktop on my computer.
It drives me nuts.
When I'm working, doing design work, there's usually, I don't know, like 50, 60 images stuck on my desktop. And it bothers him no end.
It's not the amount.
No, it's the clutter. Yeah, it absolutely drives him up the wall because he'll look over and see my computer and go, "Oh my God, mother!"
Or the 9 windows that you have open. Or...
Yeah, well, that's how my mind works. So while I'm waiting for that sunflower to dry, I'm going to come down here and do these leaves.
Well, we have a new member.
We do?
Yes.
Nice.
Ms. Janet Roche.
Hi, Janet.
Welcome to Creating with Tracy.
Good luck.
Stay safe.
Janet, I've known Janet for a while.
Wear a helmet.
She's knee pads. Yeah, a helmet, knee pads, all those good things. Janet's actually been a Facebook friend and a follower and whatnot for quite some time. I don't forget. I recognize a lot of names. Even though I might not necessarily be able to put a face to them, I recognize a lot of names.
I remember seeing that, Renee, and asked, how do you find stuff?
The funny thing is that while I'm working on something, my desktop is an absolute disaster. And then
It's an understatement.
And then when I'm done with it, I clean it all off. Well, you open it up now. It's spotless right now.
Oh, I bet it's going to drive me nuts.
No, it won't.
I'm going to look.
Go ahead.
I'm going to do it.
Okay.
All I have to do is hit that button.
Ta-da.
Wow.
I told you.
Okay. Okay.
My desktop is nice and tidy.
Who did the deer?
Oh, that's Ashley Hackshaw.
That's nice.
Yeah. Ashley's very talented. Of course, it's open to my Facebook feed. So on the leaves, I like shading with that plantation pine. Or if you're working with fluid acrylics, I like the sap green. I like the dark. And I like the fact that I can get good dimension with just one float. And then I can come back and put a second one in if I want them, a little bit darker, a little more deep. But on the smaller leaves, it's just a little float at the base of the leaf. I don't usually bother with the center vein on those little tiny leaves. Mainly because I've drawn them to go in a specific direction. So I am, however, going to deepen the float a little bit in a couple of spots.
So we got to make sure that we add Janet Roche to the Facebook group.
Yes, Janet, if you're not, go and type in Tracy Moreau paid membership Facebook group. Type that into the search engine and we'll grant you access to the group. And we'll also grant you access to the membership downloads. We will do that on my website. So we will do that for you this afternoon.
So that way you can get your pattern and
Patterns
get you all
and
set up for your class on Tuesday.
Yeah. So I'm going to give that a second to dry.
Oh, he of little faith.
This is what my membership group is doing on Tuesday night.
Did Renee see my after wine watercolor?
I don't know.
That was Edward.
Edward? No, I haven't showed him that.
No.
No, I got to show you that. It's great.
Pre-wine,
I
post-wine.
adore Edward's sense of humor. He's so twisted. I love it.
Awesome.
So this is what the paid membership group are going to be doing on Tuesday night. We are working on these.
Strawberries, grapes, and tomatoes.
Yeah, these are vintage fruit labels. And they're fun to do. They're not really difficult to paint, but they are a lot of fun to do. So this is the project for them this month. I am currently working on the month of April. I'm a little behind schedule for obvious reasons, but I am working on those. So we'll have that ready for you for the 1st. I'm rather excited about them because we're doing something completely different. Even for me.
Completely different for next month?
Yeah. We're working on a decoupage surface.
A decoupaged surface.
Yes. And they don't have to trace anything.
Gasp.
Because
Wait, did I just gasp and then gasp?
yeah,
And say gasp.
you did. So the designs are actually kind of cool. They're a simple floral. The designs do not have to be traced. You're just going to decoupage the whole thing on. And then we're going to do some really cool things with stamps and stencils and wax.
Wax.
With wax, yes. We're going to have some fun. So for April's pattern, there's 3 designs in this one too. So it'll be fun. I'm excited about that.
Oh, no, you're not going to do any April Fool's stuff?
No.
No.
I have never been a big fan of April Fool's Day. Not a big fan of pranks, so. I'm using a little bit of margarita or matcha green to do the highlighting on these leaves.
Due to the time difference, it's not possible? Oh, he's in France.
Patrick, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to become a member, but because of the time difference.
Yeah, it would be like early in the morning for him.
Yeah. It's pushing bedtime for...
Yeah,
no, I wouldn't say bedtime.
No, it's
after dinner.
It's after dinner for us, but...
Oh, like right now? It's after dinner in France.
Yeah, exactly.
Wax on, wax off.
So that matcha green or margarita green gets a highlight at the tip of these leaves. Just like so. I think I just like a little lightness at the tip of this leaf.
Tracy, at some time would you consider demonstrating how to do a bouquet background? B-O-K-E-H?
Yeah, bokeh.
Bokeh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't do that background.
No?
No. You know when you see photography where it has light dots in the background and some are really pronounced and others are very faded and soft, and it's a very distinct background. It's used quite a lot, and
It's trending.
it is quite a trendy background. It's not one that I've done much of, be honest. But yes, absolutely. If I can find a little time to practice it so that I know exactly what I'm doing, I'd be happy to demonstrate it. Sandy does a really cool one. So does Lana Lamb. She does a really neat one. I think Lana has a demo in that on her YouTube channel.
Actually, that's a very good point, JL.
What's that?
Well, I know Patrick would want to watch it live.
Yep.
And because of the time difference, it would put him in bed.
Yeah.
or
at work.
or at work. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to attend, understandably.
Yeah.
But you would still have access to the video and the pattern.
Yep.
So
And everything else.
Yeah. Downside is you wouldn't be able to attend the live because you kind of scheduled it around.
Well, we kind of split the difference, so.
Yeah. If we were to, accommodate everybody's time frame, then we'd have
up
people
all night.
we'd have people in Japan getting confused.
Yeah.
Or we had somebody from Yugoslavia watching us.
Yeah.
We have people from the Netherlands and Norway, and so if we did it that way, then
it'd be a bit much, I think.
Yeah, it's next to impossible, especially on an international audience.
Yeah.
So
we kind of split.
We completely understand, and we're not pushing.
Oh.
If you want to, you can.
Okay, so I'm just going to punch up these highlights a little bit. That's the nice thing about it. It's paint. I can add more whenever I choose. And I'm going to...
Oh, he thought it was just the live event.
Oh, no. No.
You can still watch that live event after it's been done.
Yeah.
But it's just only for the members to watch.
Yeah.
So you can
And
replay it,
only
watch
members
it.
have access to that.
Yeah. It's just the downside is you wouldn't have been there.
Yep.
And we'd love to have you there.
Oh.
And plus, Edward's name automatically goes into the draw.
Yeah, he's my palette paper dealer.
Oh. Claudia Sepulveda
Sepulveda
has been a member for 5 months.
Yes. Claudia's probably going to see her pin in the next couple of weeks. Because I usually try to send them out a little ahead of time, whenever possible. There. So all I did was go back in, once I had my highlighting done, and just put another float of plantation pine in. I just like how it gives it a little extra depth, and it cleans up any little rough areas. Whatnot, that works just fine. Now, I have a little bit of eucalyptus down here. Why I decided to just suddenly throw that in is anybody's guess.
What, eucalyptus?
The eucalyptus leaves. I have no idea why. I could have done them just...
Yeah, eucalyptus doesn't really fit with sunflowers.
Well, eucalyptus fits with everything.
Okay.
It is greenery. You can put it...
Can't wait for my pin. Oh, you'll get it.
We've got... Oh, and speaking of goodies, we got keychains back in. We got buttons back in. We got pens back in. So...
You're going to see some stuff in your goodie bags.
Yeah, when the orders go out, we always throw stuff in.
Wow. I'm having the...
Are you okay?
brain fart.
Oh, I'm the one with the headache.
I know, but I'm having... Brain farts hurt me. Swag.
Swag. That's it.
That's the word. Swag. And I dropped the button, and I'm going to hit my head off the... Yeah.
So I've got a little bit of eucalyptus here. Now I base coated these leaves with desert cactus.
It's quite understandable, Renee. Yeah.
Now, you need to have a really great contrasting color. I like that sort of cool blue-green, dusty effect that eucalyptus has. So I like to shade it, that desert cactus, with mermaid tail. I know it's a really strong color. It's a really strong color. And so I'm going to switch to a smaller angle. I'm going to 1/4 inch here. And this is mermaid tail. Look at how bright that blue is, that blue-green. It's a teal tone. It's so pretty. But it's a great shading color for this green, although when you put the two of them side by side, you wouldn't think so. But it is a great shading color for that desert cactus.
I'll be back.
So I'm going to put a float of that mermaid tail down the center vein of that leaf. Help if I had some water in my brush. Good gravy. And I've got a center vein on this one. That was a little strong, I think. There we go. Okay, let's try that again. That's better. And a nice little float this way. And I love that float this way. Gives this little leaf a really nice shape. Almost bulbous. But it defines that leaf, gives it a nice little shape really easily. And then I'm going to take a little bit of warm white, just a little. I want it kind of chalky, and I'm going to have this color well thinned. I don't want a ton of paint in my brush. So you want to be able to control it. And we're going to put a nifty little highlight right there on that curve. And again, the color is very weak. I've thinned out that white a great deal. And that gives us a nice chalky, that sort of soft, chalky highlight that you see on eucalyptus leaves. Just like that. So we have our highlight there. Then I'm going to grab my 10-aught liner, or 5-aught, whatever, 15-aught, whichever size you have handy. Now I'm going to thin out a little bit of that desert cactus. That's this funky green. I'm going to thin it out with a little bit of water, and then I'm going to pick up a little bit of warm white. I just want to change the value a little bit. So just making a slightly lighter value. And this is going to be our stems for this eucalyptus. Just a nice thin little line. And I've got a little vine that's coming off of here. I want to stroke that into, just like so. And I'm going to use that margarita, that brilliant green that we used to highlight all of these darker leaves. I'm kind of obsessed with this. This is going to be the stem to these leaves, just like so. Now, I don't worry too much about those lines. Those are all going to erase quite easily.
I missed something.
What did you miss?
Oh. Someone hurt. Ugh.
So you went to the little boy's room and you missed something of import?
Oh, there's a question someone asked earlier. Is asphaltum going to be discontinued?
Not to my knowledge. I
Might
think
need
I
to know.
order enough of it just to keep them.
I heard it was discontinued.
No. That is lies. Lies and misinformation. And if they discontinue it, I'll be very upset.
It's not selling. Well, if they discontinued it, you better get in contact with them so you can get like a 55-gallon drum of it.
Yep.
Before they... I want to see like a 2-liter bottle of asphaltum.
I would be happy if they'd put it in an 8-ounce.
Just saying.
So that little thinned margarita is all our little vines and tendrils. And then I like to do my edges of my leaves like this. I like to put a little scalloped border around the edge of my leaf. It does not have to be perfectly on the leaf. It can go off the edge. It just gives it a little more interest.
And is that your 50-knot or double-aught?
This one is a 5-aught because it's the only one I can find.
It's a 5-aught.
Script. It's a Dynasty Micron.
There we go.
Extra long detail liner. I love these. And I have them in all sizes.
Except the one that she usually
Except for the one that I usually use, which is the 10-aught, and I can't find it. So I grabbed the 5-aught. It'll have to do. It is a lovely brush to work with. And then I come up to the top here, this little detail at the top. I love this.
I heard DAS 13, the matte spray, was discontinued.
Not to my knowledge. I haven't seen a discontinued list.
That's why I asked the professionals. I saw someone said that Michaels won't have it, but Michaels, at least here in Canada, seems to be pushing their own brand.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's common.
Can I tell you a secret?
What?
If you're looking at some of the Michaels brands for acrylic paint, their Craft Smart brand.
They're made by Deco Art?
They're made by Deco Art. A lot of their Craft Smart brands are made by Deco Art.
There you go.
So, I use the Deco Art matte spray all the time. That's my favorite.
And Michaels only carries the top 100 colors?
Yes.
Yep. Icky? What's icky, Sheila?
It depends on which Craft Smart paints that you're using, because there's different levels.
Ah, yeah. Oh. Well, I think we convinced Patrick to become a member.
Oh, goodness. Welcome, Patrick. And like I said, make sure that you go to the Tracy Morrow paid membership group Facebook page. Just do a search for it.
And we'll
and
grant
then
you access.
Request access, and we'll grant it to you. And I will also make sure that you're granted access to the paid membership section on my website.
Yeah, that's where you can get all your downloads.
That's where you'll be able to get all your downloads. Now, you'll have access to this month's pattern, obviously, and then you'll also have access to a lot of them, well, all of the material that is available to you. And there is a lot of material on there.
So you'll have access to the members section on YouTube as well.
Yeah, which means all of the live classes that we have done in the past are available to you as well.
Yeah. So welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard. Another victim.
Another victim.
So I've got all of my leaves. I want to talk to you about erasers.
Oh, and you get special discounts and
Yeah. Yeah, you'll have a coupon code. You'll have access to a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to try this.
Not just her website.
Yeah.
Sometimes, painting with Deb, you'll get a discount code, or Sandy McTeer will have a discount code for you sometimes.
Yep. And the brush guys.
So
yeah,
we make sure you're well taken care of.
Yeah. So, when it comes to painting and erasing graphite lines, I absolutely hate graphite lines. And this is the eraser that I use. This is a Factus Black. For those of you that have never seen me use this before, I love these things. Factus Black eraser. They are available almost anywhere. You can get them in almost any art supply store. What is that? Woot! Who is that?
That's Jessica.
Oh, gosh. She's such a goof. Love
It's
her
a
to
video
death.
game controller saying woot. Okay. And that's $20 for the puppies.
Oh, nice. Love it. That's great.
Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you. She's such a sweetheart. I look forward every time. Jessica is just such an active participant in everything that we have the members doing. Some of the challenges and the small projects. And speaking of small projects, the members, I uploaded a new printable to the member section.
Ooh.
So they're able to download this new printable. It'll be going up for everybody else shortly, but I wanted to tell the new members this. There's one up there now called Lavender and Chamomile.
Ooh, okay.
A little free printable that's up there. The reason I put that up there is because I've got a new design coming that is called Lavender and Chamomile. So it's sort of a precursor to that one. So if you want to grab that, I think it's a really pretty one. It's a little clusters of lavender and little chamomile flowers and whatnot. I think it's a pretty one. So just so the members know that it's available to them on the membership download section of the website.
The name of the eraser is Factus Black.
Yep. You can tell that I love this eraser.
It used to be a rectangle.
But the reason I love these is that it removes graphite from painted surfaces without damaging the paint. It removes graphite without polishing dark backgrounds. That's the one problem with using a traditional eraser on a painted background, is that you'll end up with a shiny spot. Yeah. And the Factus Black doesn't do that. So that's why I love these. They're awesome.
Apparently the brush guys are moving from San Diego.
Really? Where are they moving to?
I don't know.
Probably someplace else in California.
Probably.
Yep. So, I've got my sunflower in there. Now, this little bit that I do to the outside of the leaves, I sometimes do that to the edges of the sunflowers too. And there's a couple of reasons. One, sometimes I like the flower to take on a bit more fluffy look. I think for this one, I'm just going to go with my inking, and I'll do that.
No neons?
It's like no neons this time around. But if you really want to elevate this this yellow, if you really want it to pop, let me show you a trick. Sometimes when you're looking at this, it's like, meh, it's okay, it's pretty. But if you really want that yellow to like zing, take some of that saffron yellow or that diarrhea yellow, thin it out, and just put a wash of that yellow over top of your sunflowers, and they just pop. They become more vivid and really bright. And it's just a wash of that diarrhea or saffron yellow over top. The petals just seem to take on a little more life. So if you're looking at them and they look kind of meh, maybe not so much, try putting just a thin wash of that gorgeous saffron over top. Look at how deep, how much that pops. Here's still that sunny day, and then over here we have that saffron. Look at how vibrant that sunflower got just with that little wash over top. I like that. I like when you get that pop, that zing, that little extra vibrancy. And all it takes is just a little wash of that bright yellow over top of everything. It does wonderful things for that asphaltum and for that orange flame. I just love how vivid and how lively that sunflower gets.
Aw. We got a very nice message from Sandy Jackson.
Hi, Sandy.
It says that she loves her Factus Black eraser and loves your lives. So enjoyable.
I'm glad you're enjoying them.
I want to paint this design so much. Thank you. Running out the door to work. You all such a great group of people.
You know, we do have a great group of people. A really great group of people. I've really missed you guys. We really missed doing these every weekend for the last couple of weeks. I miss them.
What was it, every Thursday and Friday the last 2 weeks? I was asking you, how are you feeling? Are you up? Are you up for doing a live?
No, I have not been up for doing a live, but today a little bit better, and I've really wanted to get back in the saddle, so.
I'm really surprised you're not peeing tea.
How do you know I'm not?
Good question. Are you peeing tea?
No.
No? Okay, good.
So I'm just putting a float of that soft black back there. Just at that little line that's in the back. I just wanted to set this forward a bit. I like these little details. It just gives it a little more oomph when things are properly shaded. You get that nice little separation back there. It isn't horribly important on this side because that greenery kind of hides everything. But over here it is. I'm going to dry that, though.
Well, apparently the hummingbirds are out.
Really? I can guarantee you they're not out here.
Nope.
However, the mourning doves are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spring's here.
Spring is here. The mourning doves are talking, and the bears are awake because there was one on the soccer pitch the other day. So, got to be careful walking at night now. Okay.
Linda is saying, we're happy that you're back, but you do need to rest as much as you can.
Yeah, I do. That much I know. So I'm going to finish off the center of this sunflower. I'm going to put just a little float, and it's a scruffy float. You see how I'm putting a little texture in like that?
Oh, Sandy, what didn't go live on last weekend?
I think Sandy actually over the weekend was in Florida somewhere teaching.
Oh, is that where she is now?
I could be.
Yeah, because I haven't seen her on here yet.
No, I haven't either. And I know she's been busy, so.
Hey, she's a workaholic.
Yeah. So I'm going to use the handle of my brush and some nifty little dip dots. I need some black paint. That little puddle isn't going to cut it.
Yeah, late to the show, but I made it. Life gets in the way, though.
Oh, doesn't it always?
Yeah. Well, welcome to the show, Tara.
So I'm just adding a few little dip dots of varying sizes. First with black, and I make sure that some of these dots go out overlap onto the petals of these flowers. And I like them when they're different sizes. I find if they're too uniform, they're boring.
Uh-oh. The geese.
Cobra chickens.
Cobra chickens. Okay.
I had never heard that expression
Cobra chicken.
until Deb and I were driving to Seattle one year for a convention. And I looked up cobra chickens for some reason. I don't know why. It was something we heard on the radio. Anyway, I looked it up online and I found this video of a guy telling a story about a foreign worker on his farm. They had a Canada goose had nested right next to the door of the barn.
Oh, and they hiss. Yeah, that's right,
And
too.
the foreign worker, God love him, was doing very well learning to speak English, but he did not know the word for a goose or Canada goose in English. So he came out of the barn and this thing hissed and spit and snapped and, and swung its wings at him. And when he met up with the farmer later that day, the farmer asked him something and he goes, "I don't like the cobra chickens." So having seen that, both Deb and I sort of chuckled at the story, thinking it was rather amusing and thought that the term cobra chicken was very funny. Probably funnier than it really was, but we had no sooner done that and we came around a bend in the road and there's this field on one side and it's just full of Canada geese.
Cobra chickens.
And I yelled, "Cobra chickens!" And Deb nearly put the car off the road. So I find that, I know it's not all that funny, but
I think it
was hilarious.
Because it's fitting.
It is fitting. Remarkably fitting.
What is this?
Cobra chicken.
Cobra chicken.
So I'm going to repeat this, all these little dots. See, I love that. It's just so fun. I'm going to dry it, though, so that I don't mess them up. I'm going to add a few dots just using some warm white to give my sunflower some nice texture. And again, I'm going to alternate with different sizes.
Canada geese are mean.
Oh, they can be spiteful creatures. I'm a firm believer poultry are spiteful creatures.
Even waterfowl.
Waterfowl, poultry.
Edible.
All edible birds, they're poultry.
Edibles.
I think it comes, having worked in the meat industry, that they're spiteful creatures.
Yes. Meals with wings.
Yep. Flying snacks.
Flying snacks.
There. So I've got my little dots. This is so fun.
Swans are just as aggressive.
Oh, yes, they are,
Yes,
if not
they
more
are.
so. They're very pretty as long as they're at a distance and left alone.
You don't want to be in within a wingspan of them.
No, I pulled 2 geese apart when I was about 10.
They beat
9
the
or
crap
10.
out of you with the little
And the
knob.
gander just beat the living snot out of me. I thought they were fighting.
They weren't
They
fighting.
were not fighting. Nope. No. And I can tell you the gander was less than impressed.
Well, no kidding. You interrupted. What did you say the word was? Want to use here in Winnipeg? Usually I have 1 million of them. What?
Oh, when it comes to geese. Winnipeg has one of the largest populations in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah. At one point, I think they had like 750,000 geese.
Yeah. They had the second largest hunting limit on geese.
Yeah. It's because they got a bazillion of those
Yeah.
little things. And you know what? They're really pretty when you see them in pairs because we see them around here all the time.
Oh, yeah.
We're less than, 2 kilometers from a bird sanctuary here. And so we see a lot of geese.
Linda was worried about me.
Aw.
Yeah.
Oh, join the club, Linda.
She thought I was sick.
No,
No.
he's not.
She's sick. Oh, it's because I haven't talked about food.
Oh, well, yeah.
Until now.
That would that would grant me some concerns too.
Yeah, I like food.
Yeah. Well, that's how we know that you're sick is when you're
When I'm not hungry?
when you're not hungry or
Yeah.
talking about food. So I put just a little float of warm white over here, very thin, just to give us a highlight on the edge of that table. And what's next? I'm going to let that dry. Let's do our tag.
What do you mean it's 18 degrees Celsius in France right now?
I wish.
In northern France? What?
Wow. Well, that's not unusual for this time of year.
It is a little...
Northern France.
For this time of year? Sounds a little off. For northern France.
Yeah, March. Yeah, well, it's like Germany.
Oh,
I
it's,
mean,
mind you, April's going to be wet.
yeah. It's Europe.
It's Europe. It's going to rain.
Northern France has got the tunnel, or the channel. Wow.
Channel.
My brain is just not.
We're good.
Okay. So I need the words are like. And I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to spell it.
Oh, cobra chickens.
Cobra chickens.
Cobra chickens.
Yep.
Like cobra as in the snake.
Yep.
And then chicken as in the spiteful creature that ends up on my dinner plate.
Yep. So we're putting the words are like on this little tag. It took me a minute to find all the letters, but I'm using these little stamp sets and a stays-on stamp pad. You can use acrylic paint for this if you are of a mind to.
You forgot the vines on the bottom of the sunflower?
I haven't forgot them. I just erased them when I was erasing stuff. So I'm just stamping that in. Oops. Didn't want to get rid of the E.
Oh, Sandy just posted she arrived back home.
Yay! Hi, Miss Sandy. We've missed you, lovey.
Cobra chicken. Love it. Gonna use it.
Yeah, cobra
If
chicken.
you're in Winnipeg, yeah, they like to nest anywhere and everywhere.
Yep, and they are spiteful. They're beautiful, but they're spiteful. We have right now snow owls.
Yeah. I saw one last
They're
last
heading
night.
back north right now. Yeah, they're flippin' impressive birds.
Huge.
Yep. They are. They're beautiful. So, yeah, we see them. This is the time of year that we usually see them. We do have like gray owls, barn owls, those great big ones, and horned owls. We have those here. And then we get those wee little guys. I forget what they're called, but they're so cute.
They're the ones that live in the ground.
Yeah, we do
They
have a
nest in the
variety of those here. But, yeah.
Can't remember the name of them.
Me either. So we got the tag. Now we have to connect the tag to our jar. Where's my liner? There it is.
Burrowing owl.
Burrowing owls. Gee, wonder how we couldn't figure that one out.
Hold
They
on.
nest in the ground.
They nest in the ground. I bet they're burrowing owls.
Lights are on. Nobody's home. So I'm going to use a little bit of thinned warm white, and I'm going to put a very thin line to form the string that's going to hold that tag. Now, I put a thin line because I'm going to add a little bit of texture to that string by doing a little diagonal cut through like this, just to make it look like it's a string and not just a line. So it's just a slight little diagonal line across that main line. It just gives that string a little bit of texture. And while I have that liner out, now is a good time to add a couple of highlights to this. We're going to put a highlight, just a thin one, on the leading edge of this lid, like so. And I'm going to do the same thing on the edge of this lip right here.
Oh.
What?
Well, there are burrowing owls, but burrowing owls are strictly prairie.
Yeah, there's one here. They're small. I thought
They're
burrowing.
northern saw-whet owls.
Ah, okay.
They're the ones with the big friggin' eyes
Oh, yes.
and the wide face.
Yeah.
And they're tiny.
Yeah.
These guys.
Yeah. No, we have an owl here. May not be burrowing. I know they're really small, but they're really, really cute. But the ones that impress the heck out of me are those big snow owls. Those are just crazy.
No, that is the dumbest bird on the face of the earth.
Which one is that?
Quail.
Oh, yeah. Those things will.
We call them prairie chickens or bush doves.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not the sharpest.
Oh, no. You can just grab them by the neck and... Whee! Don't even have to shoot them.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, they're...
Tasty.
They are tasty. Like I said, poultry.
Yum.
There he goes with the food again.
Yeah. Well, I saw, what is it? A quail egg omelet. It's a mixture of chicken eggs and
Yeah. It would have to be, otherwise you'd need an awful lot of eggs.
you need like a dozen to make a decent omelet.
Yeah.
But no, I had a quail egg omelet, but the quail egg wasn't really cooked. per
Okay.
se.
Yeah.
It was kind of like on top
Yep.
and surprisingly tasty.
Yep. Unlike duck eggs. I don't care
Oh,
for
God,
duck
no.
eggs.
Duck eggs are gross.
I don't know what it is. They're just, they're odd. So I've got a highlight on this black bar on this side with just a little bit of that thinned warm white. And I'm going to put a highlight on the honey dipper right here.
Honey dipper?
Yeah.
Is that weird thing?
Yep. That's a honey dipper.
Okay.
And then this also is going to need a shadow on the bottom. I'm going to do that with a little bit of thinned lamp black.
Too much info, Renee? What? What do you mean too much info? Quail egg omelets are delicious.
So there we go. We got a nice little shadow up that underside of our honey dipper.
Okay, I'm not getting any chat from...
Facebook is quiet.
Facebook is quiet.
Yeah.
But no, my multi-stream chat isn't showing me any YouTube.
Oh.
All the YouTube stuff has been coming up here.
So I'm going to come down here to this lettering. Now, the fun part about this is
Refresh.
this does not have to be perfect. Most of the time when I'm talking about lettering, I like clean, sharp edges. Everything's got to be nice and straight. But for this label, I didn't really want that. I wanted this to sort of have a hand-drawn look. I didn't want it to be perfect. So I'm using a little bit of thinned lamp black for this. And I think I grabbed the wrong brush. I did. I need...
Our daughter pickles quail eggs and sells them.
pickled quail eggs. Cool.
That sounds delicious.
I make gator eggs.
I love gator eggs.
Gator eggs are delish. And for those of you who don't know, a gator egg is a pickled egg done with hot sauce, cayenne pepper, garlic. It's similar to a pickled egg, but the eggs come out sort of an orangey color because of the pepper. So they're kind of neat.
Oh, Jessica just said duck eggs make perfect brownies.
I wonder why that is. Must be the fat level in them.
Oh, it could be.
So I'm just using, this is a zero rigger for this. And again, I am not overly concerned with this lettering being perfect. I kind of want it to look more like, hand lettered. Which is going to look, it's a good thing because I am not having much luck getting this paint on here. There we go. For some reason, it's not brushing on all that nicely. There we go.
I think Renee should come to the next convention.
I think so too. I think he'd have a great deal of fun. Oh, my brush is a mess. I'm going to switch to a different one.
If I go to a convention, I don't bring any dogs.
Yeah, because you'll never get out of there.
Yeah, the dog would be staying with me.
Yep. He has puppy fever again. It happens every spring.
Puppy fever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's usually about the time you walk up to me, show me a picture, and go, I want one. Which is every year.
Yeah.
I want one.
I send you pictures
every year. And caption them with, I want one.
Yes. Anytime I find a puppy.
Uh-huh. It's puppy fever.
Yeah.
It's just worse in the spring.
It's worse in the spring because I know in September, that's when all the litters are coming.
Uh-huh.
Or in August. In Dot's case.
Yeah. Miss Dot made it through the winter. Didn't have an opportunity to use her skis all that much, though.
No, the snow.
We didn't get as much snow as we ordinarily do. We get a pretty mild winter.
Did you use orange flame on the honey pot? Or saffron yellow?
Saffron yellow.
Yeah.
So, I kind of like the idea that this lettering is not perfectly straight, that it's kind of wonky and it kind of has that, a hand-drawn appearance. That kind of appealed to me for this.
Snickers would love you.
Who's Snickers? What a great name for a dog.
I'm willing to bet it's a small dog. Who's Snickers? What is Snickers? Snickers I usually associate with chocolate and peanuts and caramel.
Chocolate lab.
Snickers of chocolate lab.
I don't know what
Sounds like a Westie.
There, I like it.
Sounds like a Westie.
So I'm going to dry this real quick.
You sent all your snow to us.
Who's that?
Karen.
Oh.
Is Snick... Yeah, I'm really curious. Because you know how much I love the white stuff.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking that that's rather ironic.
Snickers is a Shih Tzu.
Aw.
Ah,
Shih Tzus are awesome.
I knew it was a small dog.
Shih Tzus are awesome. I had a spot there I didn't like, so I just
My
cleaned
cat
it.
is named Snickers.
What a great name. Snickers.
Snickers.
That is a great name.
That is a good name.
Okay, so that is nice and dry. So our next thing we got to do is those bumblebees. I love bumblebees.
Yeah. I only have one chocolate bar name for a dog,
Oh,
and it's Mars.
okay.
And it'd have to be a Cane Corso.
Okay, yeah, big black one.
But I'd associate Mars with Ares,
Yeah.
you know, God of War.
Yep.
Because it's a Corso.
And they're scary.
They're scary, but they're awesome dogs.
Yep.
Love them.
So bumblebees.
Bumblebees.
I love bumblebees.
Am I going to have to zoom in a little bit more?
You might. I need my... I had a 3/8 angle here someplace. Where did my 3/8 go? There it is.
That is the limit. That's all I can zoom in for the bumblebees. Hopefully she doesn't move it around too much.
Now, these bumblebees are really simple. I used a little bit of gesso, put a coat down on the wings, and I put a coat on the fuzzy bumblebee butt there. And then I put a base coat of Sunny Day over top of that. Same yellow that we used for the honey pot and for the sunflower. And then I just used a liner brush to stroke in some of that texture on the bee. And now we're going to put a little bit of shading in this little guy. And just like the sunflower, we're going to use a little bit of that orange flame. And we're going to put a float on the downside of the bee, the portion that is facing towards the bottom of it. That is the shadow that we're putting on our bee. I love these little guys. These are just fast and easy to paint, and they're super cute. And then we're going to deepen that shadow with a little float of thin asphaltum, just like we did on all of the other flowers. On the flower, hello. Just deepens that shading a nice little bit. So fun. Now, I've got a little bit of Bahama Blue. We're going to... Oh, I can't get it out of the bottle.
Are you doing okay, Tracy?
I need a new bottle.
Does Jessica?
I couldn't hit the floor with my hat. Honestly.
Or your feet right now.
I could... You know? Again, I threw an empty paint bottle towards my garbage can and I missed by about 2 feet. Not 2 feet shy. I just missed it completely.
Do you need another bottle of that?
What? Bahama Blue? Yeah. I will, but not right now. So I'm putting a little float of Bahama Blue on the wings closest to the body. And I realized that you could not see that, so I had to move it out into the under the camera a little bit. And I'm going to do the same on all of these little bumblebees. It's just a little float. Nothing too spectacular. I just like that little bit of blue. Gives the wings a nice little look. What are you doing? Trying to find Bahama Blue. Thank you. Look at that brand new bottle. And then I'm going to let that dry. And then we're going to shade that, go over that with a little bit of thinned asphaltum. And I do mean thinned. We don't want to bury that blue, but we do want to deepen it a little bit. So right over top, nice weak float of thinned asphaltum.
Oh, I missed something. Linda Safranco asks, did you see the picture of the bee that the guy did on the side of the building?
Yes. Somebody posted, I think it was Linda that posted it. It was a fellow doing murals, and it was a 3-dimensional looking painting on a wall of a bee. It was amazing.
Cool.
Because it wasn't your typical cutesy bee. It was like a hyper realistic bee. It was really cool. So I've got my shading in place on the bottom against the wings, closest to the body. Now we need to put a couple of highlights in. We're going to do that with some warm white.
Oh, what's going on here?
And I need a little bit at the tips of the wings.
Becca Butner, what's going on?
So just out at the tip of the wing, I'm putting a float of warm white just to brighten it. That's all it's there for, is just to brighten the tips of the wings a little bit.
Okay. Sorry, I missed this. Becca Buckner says, I really need this tutorial today. Found out a couple of weeks ago my sister has stage 4 cancer.
Oh, no.
And has maybe 3 months to live. Thank you, Tracy, for doing this today.
Oh, well, that is my pleasure. So I'm just highlighting the head and the upper body with a little float of thinned warm white. This is just to give it a little texture and a little definition. So it's not a perfect float. Doesn't need to be. And then we're going to take that liner brush. Now, I'll tell you something really cool. Where is it? There it is. Oops, that's not it. This is it. That white opaque pen that I use all the time is flippin' awesome for this, for doing little highlights.
Boom.
Super easy. Nice little highlight on your bumblebees. I love these pens. And then the black pen, which I use all the time. I kind of held off doing this because I wanted to do, we're going to show you where we're using this pen all over the place. I like to put like little sketchy bits on my bumblebee and little sketchy lines on the wings. Look at this. Ta-da-da-da. I like this texture. And it helps define these wings, but it also gives them, I don't know, just a loose, soft feel that these are not highly detailed bees. So you're just implying some of this detail. I think this one is almost empty. There we go.
Oh, man.
So we put all those little details in the wings. It's a sketchy line, nothing perfect. You know?
And not getting anything from, oh, there's a Facebook.
Yeah, I'm watching the feed here and it's been quiet. It's like everybody's just watching and waiting. Tracy to drop an F-bomb just to make things interesting. And kissed my PG rating goodbye.
Hey, you're allowed one.
Yeah, well, I'd rather not use it until it's really worth it.
You're allowed one, and then we go to PG-13.
Yeah. No. If I get one.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that. I like that little bit of texture, that sketchy little detail that you can put in your bees. I like it. And then you're going to use that same pen to do the same thing around the edges of your tag.
We wouldn't tell.
No, you wouldn't have to, because usually if I drop the F-bomb, it's because I've said it loud enough that people in the next county can hear me.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
She'd have to be really angry.
Yeah. I have to. I'm not.
I think the last time I heard you drop an F-bomb
Yeah.
in pure rage was when you stubbed your toe.
Oh, yeah. Well, when I broke my toe, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You stubbed it,
Yeah, I did.
but you broke it.
I broke it. Yeah.
Did we go to the hospital? No.
No, because we've broken it before. We know what they're going to do or not do. Yes. Mother has a temper. Usually when I hurt myself or I get frustrated with myself, I very rarely swear at other people.
Unless they deserve it.
They got to be really...
She's not allowed in Walmart alone anymore.
You notice I'm not even disputing that one.
No.
I'm not allowed to go unsupervised. Walmart didn't say that. My husband did.
Oh, yeah, the rooster.
The bell.
The bell, yeah.
The bell. Yeah.
The bell.
So, and that's when I come down here to the petals of that sunflower. And I like to just, nice, loose, sketchy, imperfect. It just lets you put some fun little details in. Now, you don't have to do this. I just like this. That's just a me thing.
One of these days, I'm just going to import the censorship beep sound.
Yeah.
Just play it for a few seconds and just have people lose their mind going,
What is wrong with her?
Yeah, just to see what happens.
Yeah. I wish I had that sound on my phone. That would be funny.
I can get it on your phone. Do you want it?
Sure.
My oldest son told his friends that when they were teens, if you ever hear mom say the F word, run for your lives because someone's about to die. Well then.
Yep. Well, even my kids have learned over the years that if I am at that point, yeah, it's probably, if you've made me that mad.
You have to listen for the tonality.
Yeah. Yeah. They've learned.
Yeah. You could hear it in the tone she uses, whether it was the kids or dad,
the
animals, or if she hurt herself.
Yeah. That's usually when I curse the most, is if I hurt myself.
More often than not, I've heard it when she hurt herself.
Yeah. Because I've usually hurt
and the
myself.
first one.
Yeah. Kids. Usually one in particular. Unfortunately, him and I'm afraid, are cut from the same bolt of cloth.
Yes. Because from what I understand, you had the same issue with your mother.
Uh-huh. Yes. God love her.
Jail Brewer, same. I never swore when my kids were young. They are 31 and 39 now, though, so all bets are off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So I'm just adding, remember what I did to those little leaves? I like to do that to my bigger leaves too. Just a nice loose thing. So we only have really one more thing left to do, and that is our lettering up here. I'm going to clear my Gray Matters palette.
Look how easy that was.
Love this stuff. Love, love, love. Edward's now my hero.
Uh-oh. Am I going to need to zoom out for this, or
I don't think so.
No.
No.
All right.
So we're going to do the lettering. Oh my God.
You okay? How'd you get Bahama?
I got Bahama blue all over everything. So I'm going to let you in on a little secret. So I managed to get paint on my surface, which annoys me no end. And of course I didn't see it until it was dry. Also annoys me no end. So I'm going to show you a little trick. I've got a little tiny bit of hand sanitizer, and I have a Mezzaluna. This is like a dry brush.
God, I can smell that hand sanitizer.
Oh yeah,
from
it's brutal. This one is brutal. And you can literally scrub that paint off, and then you can touch it up after the fact. You can also do this with a little bit of water. The water version isn't likely to take off as much paint as the hand sanitizer. However, there are means by which...
Everybody thought it was a hole.
No, well, it is now because I've drilled it right through the paint. But let me show you something. I'm going to grab my stencil that I used for my background. Ta-da, ta-da. And I'm going to put that there like so. I'm just going to line it up so it's in the right place. I'm going to take a little bit of my Sunny Day.
Conveniently, that's where my hole would go.
Yeah, it would. And honestly, you could fix it that way if you want to. So I'm going to, almost a dry brush again. I'm going to put some of that color back in that was on the background. Comme ça.
It's also at the bottom of the honey pot.
Oh yeah, it's down here. I got it everywhere. I'm
Just in
truly
case you
gifted.
didn't see it.
Oh yeah, I saw it. I was wondering where that came from, and that's when I spied that. So then I'm going to grab some margarita, which was the color I used for my vines. Honestly.
Gail Wosley says vodka works really well. Why are you wasting vodka? Why are you wasting vodka?
You and I need to have a talk, Gail.
What are you doing? Did you find that out by mistake? That would be understandable.
Actually, no, it's a rather popular way for...
Really? Vodka?
Yep, it is. Well, it's because of the alcohol content.
Potato water?
Potato water. There we go.
Unless you're using Smirnoff,
Ta-da!
then it's
Yeah, if
fine.
it's Smirnoff, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But if you're using good vodka, that's a whole nother thing. See, these little blitches will drive me insane. There we go. Gone.
Stick a would-be overlay on it?
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or a little flower. Whatever.
You should have kept your other sheet of palette paper.
No, I should have. No, but
Meh.
look, I got Bahama blue on my
How'd
table.
you do?
I
That's
don't-
what you get for throwing it around.
It's everywhere. Look at this. Look at this. I managed to get blue everywhere.
It's not on your shirt.
No, but it's on my arms and my hand. And of course, I laid my hand over top of things and, you know. Typical of me. Okay, lettering. Now that we have solved that crisis. Jeez Louise.
Just having a moment.
Oh, it's been a long moment.
It's about 2 weeks.
Almost 3. So I have a little bit of warm white, and I'm using a number 2 rigger for this. And I'm going to thin that paint out quite well because I want to be able to move this paint. And again, I forgot. I'm telling you,
You haven't.
the lights are on and nobody is home. Where is my soft black?
Not even the dog.
The dog has been very quiet, Miss Dot.
Oh, I gave her a belly rub when I went up last time,
Gotcha.
and she fell asleep.
Okay, so she's happy. Well, that's all good.
Well, she got to play in the soccer pitch and roll around in whatever snow is left.
So for this lettering, I want this lettering to sort of hover over this background. So I need to put some shadows in. And I'm using the same color that I used to age the edges of this panel. I'm using a little bit of soft black.
I didn't even see you use Bahama Blue.
I did. It was on the wings of those bumblebees.
You were about to say butterflies.
I was about to say bunny leaves.
Bunny leaves.
Yeah. So I'm going to put a float of that soft black on the right side of each section of the lettering, like so. Does not have to be a perfect float. In fact, it's more effective if it's not. So right side also includes those little connectors between letters. Put that shadow in. Just make sure I'm not laying my arm in anything wet. So there is that soft black float. Now this is just going to lift that lettering off of the surface quite nicely and give it a little bit of height, like it's hovering there. I just like the shadow on my lettering simply because otherwise it just looks like it was stuck there. And this just gives it a little extra dimension and a little more depth. So I have my shading in. I think I'm happy with that. And now I can load my number 2 rigger full of warm white. It should be a little thicker than milk. And the reason I like that is because look how I can press down on that brush. See how that brush opens up? I get that nice chisel edge there, that nice straight edge. Look at that. So that's what I want. I want that brush to be able to open up really nicely, but I want to maintain that chisel edge. I want a sharp edge on that lettering so that when I do this, I press down till it fills that space. And then as I release the pressure on that brush, it comes right back up on the chisel edge. Chisel edge, open it up, come up on the chisel edge. Chisel edge, open the brush up onto the chisel edge. Press down till it fills the space. Ease off on the pressure so that it comes back up onto the chisel edge. It's going to give you that nice shape and those nice finished ends. Chisel edge, shape, chisel edge.
Vodka is good for doing line work. Dare you to drink it and see how your lines turn out afterwards.
Actually, your line work does get better if you drink vodka.
Oh, yeah?
Because you just, whatever, it's all good. You relax. You don't worry about it so much. So,
Yeah, those are straight.
yeah, that's close enough.
That works. Loosens you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Ah, Patrick beat me to that. You beat me to that joke.
I am a fond of this particular font because it works so well for this type of brushwork.
Wow. Got a few more names in there now.
Nice. You getting ready to?
Yeah. I just got to switch the camera. I'm just waiting for you to finish up your lettering so I can... We got a set of stamps, or a stamp.
Yep, we've got a stamp, and then we've got that great little surface from Southern Ridge Trading.
Yep.
And there's a couple of other little things in there. Obviously, I don't send out just one or two things. And then we have that great little brush case from Low
That's the big
Cornell.
one.
That's the big one. And it's got a nice little 8 brush set in it
They look
from
straight.
Dynasty.
They look straighter from the floor. That's tequila.
Yeah. Tequila does
Mind
bad things.
I haven't had the only alcohol I have consumed in the last 3-4 years has been Bailey's and the occasional glass of wine.
Yeah. Very occasional.
And the Bailey's just because it's Christmas. And it goes in my coffee.
He puts it in his coffee.
Yeah. Otherwise, I just don't have the interest in drinking.
That's a good thing. So I switched to a smaller brush. You can do this with a liner or you can do it with a smaller rigger. I'm using, this is a 10-aught rigger, which is, I believe, is the smallest one.
Tequila makes me injure myself. Yeah. Or others.
Or others. Yeah.
Haven't drank alcohol in 13 years. Too much else to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. 13 plus years. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's a 10-aught rigger.
Yep, it is a 10-aught rigger. If you're looking for them, they are available on the Brush Guys. If you're looking for riggers. But these connectors can all be done with a liner. You want to break out that 5-aught or 10-aught extra long detail liner. These ones are all available on the Brush Guys.
Oh, there's Robin R.
Hello, Robin R.
Is that Robin Richer?
Yep.
Uh-oh. She just popped in. You know you won, right? You won some goodies there, Robin. I don't know if you were here earlier. What is this? Jessica, I hope it does not go through the house. What? What did I miss?
Da, da, da.
Oh, I missed something here.
Are you still trying to
Yeah, I
piece
missed.
the conversation again?
Try to piece of conversation.
So use your extra long detail liner or your 10-aught rigger to do all of those little thin connecting lines on your lettering. This is also when you get to clean up a few things. So if, some of those curves and whatnot are not looking as clean as you want, this is where you get to fix them up.
Doesn't she have to be here in order to win? Actually, no.
No, if you've been in the
could-
chat.
She could pop in, say hi, and leave.
Yep.
Or pop in, hit the like button, and
Yep.
leave. It doesn't take much.
Yep. Okay. So the only thing I got left is that little heart over the eye.
Don't have to be here for the drawing.
No. And we do that in the membership group. So if you're not able to attend the live class, we put the entire membership list in the wheel so that even if you can't attend the class, you are still eligible to win some of the goodies that we give away.
Yeah.
So I'm going to dry this real quick. We only have one more thing to do to these letters.
Sheila, don't tell people that. You're right. I shouldn't have said that. You have to watch this all the way from the beginning in order to win a prize. We'd have, 3 people, and I can name them.
Okay, what happened to my Bahama Blue? Where did it go? I could have sworn I put it there. Oh, there it is. Okay.
It'd be Sheila Landry, Jessica Killeran, and Linda Safranco.
Those girls actually are all monitors for this channel. Moderators, I should say. So you got to be nice to them because they can throw your butt out if you really step out of line. So. Not
tell
that they
them
would.
that.
A little bit of power goes through your head, right? So for this lettering, the last step we have to do is a little shadow at the base of the letter, right at the bottom. And I'm using a little bit of Bahama Blue, and I'm thinning it out quite a bit because I don't want it to get everywhere. But it's just, I have an eyelash in my paint there.
That's probably mine.
It's dark.
It's probably mine.
So a little bit of Bahama Blue at the base of each letter. Just a simple little float. Nothing too perfect. Don't worry about getting it perfect. It doesn't matter. Okay, I'm getting Bahama Blue over everything here. There we go. So that little bit of Bahama Blue at the bottom, it just gives the lettering a little bit of dimension.
Cindy says, watch your arm.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I just literally laid it right into the paint. Okay, so I've got a little bit of Bahama Blue at the bottom of each lettering, and that's all it gets. So one of the last things we're going to do is we're going to spatter this with two colors, a little bit of soft black and a little bit of thinned warm white.
Sheila says, more Bahama Blue. You can spatter it with some Bahama Blue.
I could, but
Wouldn't hurt it.
Nope. I like to take that spatter, a little bit of warm white. Comme ça. And then we're going to do the same thing with a little bit of soft black. I like a little bit of the soft black on there. It just gives everything a nice little edge. And it's a little texture. And it softens things. And I'm going to dry this really quick. And then we're going to do one last thing, and that is to finish the edges of this piece.
Gold pen.
With my favorite gold pen. I love these. That Deco Color gold paint pen. This one has just about had the biscuit. And I just like to finish my edges with that gold pen, like so. I just like how it looks. It's clean. It's easier than trying to paint the edges. And it gives everything a nice finished look. Just like so. And the fun part is you can take that gold paint pen, and if you want to, you can actually tip it over onto the front of the surface a little bit, and it'll give you a nice little gold border all the way around the outside edge. Just by putting a little, change the angle on it. Like so. Et voila. And that is our Kind Words Are Like Honey. It's such a fun and easy one to do. And you can go in and add little details here and there if you want to with your pens. Or you can do it with a liner brush, a little bit of black paint. That works too. I just like the texture it gives. I like this sort of hand-drawn look of the lettering, that the fact that it's sort of imperfect on some of it and then crisper in other areas. This is just a fun piece to paint. It's not difficult to do. And I will tell you that if you're looking for this surface, we do have them on the website. So if you need the surface and the pattern and any of the stencils that you're working, there's a secret coupon code at the top, the very top of the homepage. There's a little banner at the very top of the page, and it's tucked up in there. There's a nice little coupon code in there. So don't be afraid to use that if you're placing an order on there. If you are a member of the YouTube group, the paid membership group, you have your own coupon code. So don't forget to use that when you're placing orders too. And as always, we have little freebies that are going out this month. Of course, we have made the month of March, and for the month of April, we have a little sunflower stencil that is going out in every order that we ship. So we love that one quite a bit. And what else do we have for you guys this week? We got all of the pens in. The red Uniball pens are back in stock. The black Uniball are back in stock, and the white ones are back in stock. I think we have just about everything back in stock at this point. So we did get some more phone stands. We got surfaces in. We got the Tim Holtz collage papers are all in. Wow, we got so much stuff in the last week, but haven't been using any of it. So, but please, if you're looking for any of the supplies that you need for whatever project you're working on, don't forget to use that coupon code so that you get your discount. And I really like this piece. I think it turned out quite nice. So that is The Kind Words Are Like Honey. I enjoyed it. Renee is setting up the wheel to give you guys another spin because we have, what? Two more to give. So you go ahead and hit the spin button.
Spinning. Introducing the New Brunswick electric vehicle rebate.
Okay.
Sure. Marjorie Eaton.
Marjorie. She'll soon be able to get her studio all set up.
Yeah, she just moved.
She just moved, yes. So Marjorie, one of the first pieces of mail you're going to get in your new home will be a goodie box from us. An envelope from us. So Marjorie, I have your shipping information, sweetheart. I think you sent it to me and we changed it on your account. So I think you're all set up, but we'll get that out in the mail to you. And then we have one more to give away, which is that brush case. It's a nice one, nice canvas brush case. And there's a nice set of 8 Dynasty faux squirrel brushes in there for you. So he's waiting for the spin button again.
Yep. And boom.
I'm watching the wheel. But there's a bit of a delay when I see it on the screen. So it's not spinning yet, but it's spinning on his end.
Gail Wolseley.
Gail Wolseley.
Yes.
Right on. Excellent.
Gail Wolseley. Hopefully that's the same Gail I'm thinking.
It is. Yes.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Excellent. So, Gail, we've got a nice little set coming out to you. You'll have that this week. And as for the rest of you, thank you so much for all of the notes, the messages, the cards, everything that you sent in the last couple of weeks. You have no idea what that meant to me. I really do appreciate it. And thanks for so much for coming and joining us today. It is so nice to be back behind this camera and playing in paint again. And we will see you next Saturday, same time, same bat channel. You guys take care of yourselves. Please stay safe. We'll see you again soon.
Adios.